Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about finding x and y intercepts for linear equations. So you would know how to do y-intercepts from equations of this form because it's y equals mx plus c, where c is the y-intercept. So I know the y-intercept of this equation is 6. I can graph that. So if it's going through 6, that's y-intercept, and it's going up 5 for every 1 it goes across. It's going to be up here somewhere. We're going to have a really steep line, something like this, roughly. But visually, I don't know whether this value here, this x-intercept, is a whole number. I can't just guess, oh, that looks like about 1. I need to calculate it. So we're going to do that algebraically. So to find the y-intercept algebraically, I think about, well, what's the value of x whenever a line cuts across the y-axis? And I mean, here along this line, x is always 3. On the y-axis, x is always 0. So to find the y-intercept, I let x equal 0. And what that means is I substitute 0 into the equation. So y equals 5 times 0 plus 6. And surprise, surprise, 5 times 0 is 0, I get an answer of 6. We knew that already. The same logic applies for the x-intercept. So I find the x-intercept by letting, now everywhere on the x-axis, y is equal to 0. Here, y is equal to 3. Here, y is equal to negative 6. On the axis, y is 0. So that means I substitute 0 in for y in the equation. So therefore, 0 equals 5x plus 6, and I now want to know what x is. So to rearrange this equation, I read it as 5x plus 6, so I've got to take off the plus 6 first. I'm subtracting 6 from both sides, therefore negative 6 equals 5x. Next, I want x on its own, and I'm also going to write them on the other side. So I'm going to write it as it is, just flip the sides. And now I'm dividing by 5 to get rid of that times by 5. The 5's cancel. I'm just left with x. Negative 6 over 5 is negative 1.2. So it's about 1, but if I had said 1, I would have been wrong. Here I've got another equation, but this one isn't even in the form y equals mx plus c. I don't even know what the y-intercept is for this. I'm going to use the exact same strategy to find the y and x-intercepts algebraically for this equation. So to find the y-intercept, I let x equal 0, substitute 0 in for x, therefore 2 times 0 plus 4y equals 8. Therefore, 2 zeros are 0, so this is just 4y equals 8. Now I want y by itself, I want that as the subject. Dividing by 4 on both sides, I get y equals 8 on 4, which is 2. So the y-intercept of this equation happens at 0, 2. X-intercept. We let y equals 0, and I'm substituting 0 in for y. Therefore, 2x plus 4 times 0 equals 8. Therefore, 4 zeros are 0, so this is just 2x equals 8. Therefore, dividing by 2, x equals 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So the x-intercept of this equation is at 4, 0. So then I've got 2 points, I can actually graph that line. So that's a really good strategy for how to graph a line without maybe doing a whole table of values. Find the y and x-intercept.